Today we're highlighting one of our favorite organizations. We got the chance to sit down with Robin Kramer of Next Step Farms while we explore some of her remarkable achievements and the transformative impact our collaboration has had on her business. From innovative breakthroughs to exceptional growth, discover how Next Step Farms has flourished with our support and expertise.
I'm Robin Kramer, owner and CEO of Next Step Farms, a nonprofit in Madison County, and we teach adults with special needs, cognitive disabilities, how to live as independently as possible using a small family farm as our theme. From tending to animals, to preparing meals, to preparing menus, to grocery shopping, to preserving, raising a garden, caring for animals, our clients are learning to do. What we don't have them do here is pay the bills, and we like to keep our nonprofit status. So I have an accountant for that. Well, being the sole full-time employee, of course now we have additional staff members, but before I came to Tish, I was the sole employee. I was setting up the framework, I would secure money, I was a story out every branch of it. I'm an educator by trade, not a business person. I was struggling to meet requirements. I would submit a grant and get the feedback of, you didn't address this issue, denied. We see your cause, we hear you, but you don't meet the requirement. It was like filling out tax papers to me. A friend of mine had suggested that I contact Tish and see what she could do. And I sat down with her. I remember that day sitting down in that little office with your big board, going over what the packages were. In my mind, I knew already I was coming in to just say, I need you to just take this over. It was a struggle. It was time management. It was feeling inadequate and spending hours needing to be locked away to write a grant. And I didn't have that kind of time. I needed to be out in the public addressing people, because the idea on paper looks even better, but you need to hear the story, you need to feel the passion, you need to see the need, and I need to get you here for that to happen. That wasn't going to happen if I had to stay behind the desk trying to decipher what one word on a grant meant. It has enabled us to achieve the goals we want. Things around here are happening so fast. Our motto around here is we need to speak it into existence, because when we speak it into existence, I'm able to cast that on to the crew and they're able to find a grant that meets that. And then the next thing we know, it's time to, now we need to build it, or now we need to do it. Our barn, getting our chicken coop, getting supplies to teach CPR, getting first aid stuff, storm shelters. Next thing I'm chasing after is a screened-in porch, a greenhouse. Everything along the way has needed money behind it. But you have to plan ahead to get the money and then get the money to have it. It's happening much faster than we thought it would. We've not even been in this building 1 year yet. Next month is our first year anniversary here. Last year at this time, there was still sheetrock just on the wall with no paint. There was not a storm shelter, there was not a barn, there was not a pig pen or a chicken coop or goats in the backfield. So all of that came about because of grant money. Being visible. I remember talking with Tish early on saying, come meet, come see who you're serving. There's something about this population that when you've encountered them and you see their success stories, you can't help but want to be a part of it. We jokingly call this the magical property. When you come here, God intervenes and something happens. And you feel the need instead of hear about the need. And when you feel it, you become a part of it. The team has been so involved. I mean, there are days and weeks rather that my phone is ringing and it pops up your office all the time, or I get an email and I know they understand that if I'm in the middle of something I can't answer, but they'll leave a voicemail or send an email and we're able to tag team on that, and I'll call back. It's encouraging to know that an entity on the other end of town hears the need on this end of town and is working so hard to make a difference. Oh, there's several things. Working with Tish's team has certainly made a lot of things possible around here. Designated areas for our animals, storm shelter come about, the barn area come about. All of those pieces fall into place because of the highlight and the work that's being done for Next Step Farms. The advice I would give is understand that they need to understand your mission first. Just because a nonprofit is passionate about what they're doing doesn't mean other people see it, feel it, or know it. I also think You cannot take on a grant writer and expect a miracle results in 1 year. It's a long-term relationship. It's a commitment that you have to continue to grow. We just signed our third back in the spring contract. Each year, expectations are growing. Give it time, be involved, communicate. Don't expect them to understand what you see going on within your walls. You've got to be able to say, we need this or we don't need that. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to say, how am I supposed to use this? Am I allowed to do it this way? Let them guide you. They've written the document. And if you feel they've lost the vision, reconnect. Your vision changes, your needs change. They don't know that unless you communicate that. I was writing the grants. I was the one going out and petitioning businesses and seeking as much help. And that got the smaller amounts. That got the little things taken care of, but not the big picture. Grant writing is helping to make the bigger picture and get projects done. The community that we live in North Alabama is very good about giving money, but they like to give money knowing it's going to meet this cause. But I was struggling to get it in all the get the bigger pieces of the pie. They're helping to get those bigger pieces. Oh, they're so accessible. One of the best things about this relationship that has come out of it is I truly consider Tish a friend. We've become more than just people working for a common cause. We've become friends. Family takes care of each other. This has been a rewarding experience. She's challenged me and the team has challenged me to go farther. We're not afraid to call each other at odd times of the day. Send an email at odd times of the day. I know you're tied up. Answer this when you can. When we don't get an award that we were expecting, we vent to one another and say, okay, now pull it up and let's move on. Down here, we're not going to achieve the next thing. And that's the accountability. That seems to go both ways.
After speaking with Robin, we were able to fully explore the farm some more. They have eggs $3 per dozen, hatched freshly every day by the chickens there on site. They have artwork provided by the clients done in-house. They also have a couple other merch items that you're able to purchase done by the clients. They also have their very own farmers market. Using the items that they grow daily in their garden, clients are able to turn those items into preserves, jams, butters, syrups, and things of that nature. Our very own executive assistant, Kyrie, even got the chance to feed a pig. We were even able to get some fresh pear jam and apple butter. Thank you to Robin Kramer and Next Up Farms for allowing us to highlight some of your success. Keep up the great work.